Jonathan Warner, a successful businessman, sensed his son Michael's growing sense of entitlement. Over dinner in their art-filled home, he suggested a weekend trip to show Michael how others live. Intrigued yet puzzled, Michael agreed, unaware of the life-changing journey ahead. They drove past the city's skyscrapers into the countryside, where rustic landscapes replaced urban sprawl. Greeted by the Rivera family on their small farm, the simplicity of their life starkly contrasted the Warners' luxurious existence. Michael's usual distractions were soon forgotten. The Riveras introduced Michael to farm chores, helping him collect eggs and feed chickens alongside Pedro, their son. The chores were new and challenging, but Pedro's stories of village life and community bonds captivated Michael, showing him the value of hard work and cooperation. At night, the absence of city lights unveiled a sky blanketed with stars. Gathered around a fire, the Rivera family shared stories and a meal made from the day's harvest. Mr. Rivera spoke of the joys of living close to nature, where every meal was earned and savored, sparking a new appreciation in Michael. Returning home, Michael remained silent, contemplating his experiences. The stark differences between his life and the village's simplicity made him rethink his understanding of happiness. He expressed a desire to celebrate his next birthday in the village, seeking connections over material gifts. The next morning, Michael volunteered to help his father in their garden, a first. As they planted seeds, Michael shared his reflections on the trip, surprising Jonathan with his thoughtful observations about wealth and contentment. Returning to school, Michael found himself sharing stories about his village visit. His classmates were intrigued, some even envious of his unique experience, seeing him in a new light. Michael felt a sense of pride, not for what he owned, but for what he had learned. Encouraged by his son's enthusiasm, Jonathan planned another visit to the village. This time, they would stay longer, and Michael looked forward to learning more about farming and perhaps even teaching the village kids some of his own skills. On their second visit, Michael took a greater interest in the farming techniques. He learned about crop rotations and sustainable practices, ideas he eagerly discussed with Jonathan on their quiet evenings under the stars. Michael bonded with the village children, his new friends teaching him games that required no toys, only imagination and laughter. These friendships deepened his appreciation for simpler pleasures, contrasting sharply with his previously isolated and structured playdates. Inspired by the community's generosity, Michael initiated a project to help the village. He and Jonathan started a fund to supply the village school with books and supplies, involving their city friends in raising awareness and support. Michael and Jonathan were invited to the village's Harvest Festival, a celebration of hard work and community. Michael participated wholeheartedly, understanding the true reward of collective effort and shared success. The festival ended with stories shared around a large bonfire. The villagers welcomed the Warners as part of their community, appreciating their genuine interest and efforts to bridge their worlds. Michael felt a profound connection, far beyond the superficial relationships he had known. One evening, as they watched the sunset over the fields, Jonathan asked Michael what wealth meant to him now. Michael thought deeply, then spoke of wealth not as money or possessions, but as relationships and experiences that enriched his life. Months passed, and the connection between the Warners and the village grew. Michael's perspective on life continued to evolve. He started a blog to share his experiences and lessons learned from living a life enriched not by material wealth, but by relationships and personal growth. The school project became a success, with many city residents contributing. Michael managed the project, learning leadership skills and enjoying the ability to make a tangible difference in the lives of his village friends. Jonathan watched his son grow into a thoughtful, caring young man, his initial goal of teaching him about life's different circumstances far surpassed. Michael's lessons from the village became a central part of his identity, something he shared with anyone who would listen. Inspired by Michael's transformation, Jonathan decided to document their experiences in a series of videos. The story of a rich city boy learning from a poor village captured the hearts of viewers, spreading the message of true wealth far and wide. Michael started an initiative to connect other wealthy families with villagers around their city, promoting cultural exchange and mutual understanding. His efforts were recognized by local charities, and he was invited to speak at events about his life-changing experiences. As more families participated in the exchange, the impact of Michael's initiative was profound. Villages thrived with the new resources, and city dwellers discovered a new sense of community and purpose. Years later, Michael returned to the village with his own children, eager to pass on the lessons he had learned. The village, now flourishing with the help of sustained support from the city, welcomed them warmly. Jonathan, now a proud grandfather, watched as his grandchildren embraced the village life with the same enthusiasm as their father had. The journey he started had turned into a legacy, a testament to the power of openness, humility, and the simple joys of human connection.